In the words of A. Powell Davies, let us open our hearts to Christmas. Open them to the hope that stands against a world that wastes with evil things. Open them wide enough for gentleness in a world that is bitter and harsh, for loveliness in a world that is desolate, for faith and its joy. Welcome to All Souls Church on our Christmas Pageant Sunday. Today, with speakers and singers and participants of many ages, we retell the biblical story of Jesus' parents, the birth of a child in a stable, and a community's celebration of hope. The theme of our month is mystery and miracle, and we are hoping for the miracle side because Verizon's internet service in DC is not working. So for folks at home, we are attempting to broadcast the service from personal hotspots. That may or may not work. Verizon may or may not come back, but our tech team will post the recording of this service as soon as possible in the event that it's cut off. So please bear with us in this time of mystery and we hope miracle. The story we retell today and the very concept of hope have a particularly important meaning this year, as the lands where they happened are engulfed in war. In fact, out of respect for the suffering and dire circumstances, public observances of Christmas in Gaza have largely been canceled. Father Bashar Fawadla, a Catholic priest there, said, quote, "This decision is not an expression of solidarity because we are not strangers." So as we celebrate this year, let us be mindful of what Christmas, of what Jesus calls us to do, to love, to care for the poor and the marginalized, to care for those who are suffering. And as Jesus said on the Mount, we say today, blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. And we light our chalice this morning in honor of the peacemakers. We pray that peace will come and that peace will stay. I want to extend a special welcome to anyone who's visiting us for the first time. If that's you, I invite you to raise your hand or identify yourself in the chat so that we can give you an All Souls welcome. Are there any visitors this morning? Thank you. We're glad you're here, and we invite you to join us for coffee hour in Pierce Hall after the service, or online, if that's a thing, in the Zoom room. Now I invite you to greet one another. If you're on Zoom, I invite you to turn on your camera and switch to gallery view. If you're in the sanctuary, feel free to get up and move around as you are comfortable. Take some time to say hello to each other. Thank you all. I invite you to continue your conversations and greetings after the service. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. What a lovely crowd of friendly folks greeting each other. I invite you to continue those great greetings and conversations in Pierce Hall after the service. And now that you have all very, very kindly sat down, I'm going to invite you to rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear.
Good morning, All Souls. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. So I'm Greta Goodwin, and I am your worship associate today, and this is the only time you're going to hear from me. It's time for the money, okay? But first, I want to give a warm greeting to everyone who's here, an acknowledgement of all of the holidays that are being celebrated this December, and I want to wish all of you peaceful and joyous holidays. We also want to acknowledge that there are some of us, probably many of us, who are experiencing these holidays for the first time without loved ones. Please know that we are thinking of you, wishing you well, and praying for peace. So as you know, All Souls has a share the plate approach to our Sunday collection. This means that a different recipient organization will be featured for 1 month with a 50-50 split on all non-pledged contributions from each of the weekly offerings. You can read more about it in the order of service. Our December recipient is Miriam's Kitchen, a local Washington, D.C. organization focused on ending chronic homelessness through direct support and advocacy. They do critical work in our neighborhood and across the city. If you're joining us via Zoom, there's a link in the chat that will take you to our donation page. If you're in the sanctuary, you can use the QR code on the back of the pew in front of you. We encourage you to give generously in support of Miriam's Kitchen, as well as in support of the ongoing mission and ministries of All Souls Church. This morning's offering will now be received.
I have just a few words about upcoming events here. I invite you to check out the second and final Sunday of our holiday craft and bake sale today. And let's give a round of applause for all the folks who donated crafts, baked goods, and other things. Also today, after service, there will be a hot chocolate stand sponsored by the All Souls Youth Group. It's very popular with a certain demographic, with different varieties and toppings. Tomorrow, Monday, December 18th, will be our all-ages caroling party in Columbia Heights, starting here at the church at 6 p.m. with hot chocolate. Wednesday night, December 20th, we will have a solstice service here at the church, starting at 7 p.m. Families are welcome to join us in honoring the beginning of winter, complete with a small bonfire, s'mores, and hot chocolate. That's right. We invite you to bring an object of meaning for our altar as well. On Christmas Eve, we will have services at 7 and 10 p.m., and we will not have a morning service on Christmas Day. And last but not least, All Souls is hosting a very cool multi-generational storytelling event on Saturday, January 6th. It's a verbal gymnastics playback theater workshop. As part of our work of recovenanting and preparing for the next phase of our congregational journey, All Souls members and friends are invited to tell stories about the threshold spaces or transitions in their lives, memories, dreams, tragedies, and joys, and a team of skilled actors will improvise theater pieces on the spot with a musical component. And it is truly multi-generational. Ages 7 and up are welcome. That's here in the sanctuary on Saturday, January 6th from 10:30, 12:30. We hope you'll join us in starting the new year in the creative expression of community. We turn now to congregational care. And for kids who might not be familiar with this part of the worship service, now is the time when we name people we know who could use a little extra love in their life, people who are sad or sick or recovering from an injury. It typically starts with a minister like me sharing a few names with a sentence or two about what's going on, but as it so happens today, I don't have any to announce myself. But I still want to give everyone here and online a chance to name someone. So if there's someone in your life, or someone's, it could be multiple people, who could use a little extra love or care right now, or maybe someone that you're missing because they've died or you haven't seen them in a while, I invite you and everyone here to say those names aloud. And if you're online, please type them into the chat. Let's fill this room, let's fill the chat with the names of people that we want to give a little extra love to. And for our prayer today, we're going to do a little embodied prayer, which is similar to something that many of you have done in religious education, if you're part of that program. As you breathe in, I want you to put your hand over your heart and imagine that you are just filling yourself with love. And as you breathe out, I just want you to open your hands and share that love with the world. So we're just going to do that 3 times together. We're going to breathe in, we're going to fill ourselves with love, and then we're going to breathe out and share that love with everyone in our world who needs it. Okay? And then we're going to hold a little silence together after we do that 3 times and sing Spirit of Life in Spanish and in English. Okay, so let's do that together. Breathe in and fill yourself with love. And breathe out and share the love. Breathe in, fill yourself with love. Breathe out. Share the love. Once more. Breathe in. Fill yourself with love. Breathe out. Share the love. Let's hold some silence together. And now, our pageant begins. Long ago in Bethlehem, a babe called Jesus was born in a stable low. The story of his birth has been told and retold for generations, yet the story remains forever new, ever able to kindle hope in a troubled world. We tell the Christmas story to celebrate the special child, Jesus, whose message of peace and compassion may yet redeem the world. And we tell it to celebrate all children, for we believe that each child born is a son or daughter, a child of God, and that every child born into our broken world has the potential to become a redeemer.
Unitarian Universalist, activist, and religious educator Sophia Lyon-Fawz famously stated that each night a child is born is a holy night. No angels herald their beginnings, No prophets predict their future courses. No wise men see a star to show where to find the babe that will save humankind. Yet each night a child is born is a holy night.
Let us now prepare our hearts to hear this story anew.
It all began when the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary, the wife of the carpenter Joseph of Nazareth, with news from God.
Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have been given a gift by God. You will conceive and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. He will be amazing, he will be loved, and he will be called the Son of All Highest.
Let it be to me according to your word.
It came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from the emperor, Caesar Augustus, that all the world should be taxed. So everyone had to return to the city of their birth to be counted.
Mary and Joseph had to travel a long way from Nazareth, where they lived, to the city of Bethlehem. By this time, the angel's message had come true, and Mary was due to give birth any day now. But they set out from Nazareth anyway and began their journey, hoping to find a place where they could spend the night. However, when they got to Bethlehem, there are so many people in the city for the census that they couldn't find a place to stay. There was no room at the inn.
Good evening. We are traveling from Nazareth. Do you have a place to stay? Oh, I see. No vacancy.
So they continued their journey. Now, it was getting dark and chilly. Joseph was getting worried. If it was just him, he could camp outside for the night. But there was Mary, about to give birth. So they try again.
They just put out a no vacancy sign, too. Look, there's another place up ahead.
I know it's late, and I'm sorry to disturb you, but we have been traveling so long, and my wife is about to have a baby.
Though their inn was full, the innkeeper had a stable and offered it to the little family. They helped Mary and Joseph settle in and prepare to welcome the new babe. And there were, in the same country, shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And the angel of the Lord came upon them, and they were sore afraid. But she said unto them, Before anyone else arrived, The animals were there to welcome the new baby. After the animals had shared their gifts, the news of the baby's birth spread quickly. It was shouted from the mountaintops, and soon other visitors began to appear. First the shepherds, then the townspeople, and finally the multitude of angels to sing at his bed.
Everywhere,
There were in the east 3 wise people who heard of the holy birth, and following a star, traveled from the ends of the earth to meet the new babe. And lo, the star which the wise men had seen came to rest over the place where the child was born, causing them to rejoice. When they came to the stable and saw the babe, they fell down and worshipped him. They presented unto him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And behold, the multitude came to see the child, and cherubs to hover about his manger bed. As we sing our final hymn,
Parents of younger children are asked to come forward and escort your cherub, cow, sheep, and or dove back to the dining room, and after they have gone, all other children with costumes are invited to return to the dining room as well.
Friends, may the babe from long ago and the children of tomorrow bring us hope and joy this Christmas season. And for their sake, may we all labor to build a more peaceful and just world, so that one day both heaven and nature may sing again, joy to the world.